Hey guys, what's going on? Coming at you with a Thursday morning video. I make daily videos at 8 a.m. So if you guys like this content, I'm gonna try something new today. Obviously I just started my channel the beginning of 2021. So this is really the first earnings that, I've done on YouTube. So if you like this stuff, let me know. Obviously like, subscribe, comment below. Let me know your thoughts on these three. Obviously everybody's gonna know what all three of these are, but these are positions I don't talk about much, mainly because I started all of them minus Shopify pre-2021. So I usually like talking about stocks that are relevant or stocks that I'm actively buying or selling. So that's why you don't hear me talk about too many of these stocks right here. So without further ado, let me get into it. Basically, earnings came out today. It was a big day in the market. So Facebook reported after hours or closed yesterday. Shopify reported earnings in the morning, and Google reported earnings in the morning. All three of these companies completely destroyed earnings, beat analysts in every single way. So obviously Wall Street has their eyes more on these stocks. Money plowed into them today after the earnings came out. So just real quick, this is going to be so brief. If you guys want me to dig into one of these companies' earnings reports in a more in-depth way, I can do that. But I did look at all three. All of them killed earnings, killed revenue, just all around destroyed it. Some of the things all three of these companies have insane things and visions and basically things to move with time in the future. So all three of these stocks are a hold for me for the next decade because they have over a decade, if not longer, visions and stuff like that. That's kind of, if you've watched my channel, I'm a long-term investor, and I believe in that is the best way to grow wealth. It doesn't happen overnight, but when you chip at it, it starts compounding. And you're in great company, so you'll probably have a good return in years to come. So that's kind of the way I invest. I'm not really a big day trader, swing trader, option trader. I don't really do anything like that. So first one is Facebook. I actually bought this stock. Well, I started buying well before that, but my average cost base is 175.33. I was really building this position out over a year ago at this point. So I was actively buying at like the 150 to 180 range. I think obviously the cost base is 175.33. And after earnings, when I closed at the bell yesterday, they shot up to 326, which is a 7% increase just yesterday after the bell. Would I buy at 326? It's kind of hard to say. I haven't bought this stock in over a year. I kind of messed up where I feel like I should have been buying a little more, but I was focusing on so many other good stocks that I'm currently building out with a bigger risk reward at this point. So that's why I haven't really built this stock out or average cost up, because I've been focusing on a couple other stocks that I talk about all the time, averaging costs down to build those positions with a bigger return on investment, in my opinion. Would I buy right now? If you're not in, it's at all-time highs, so I hate saying buy at all-time highs, but if you're looking at a multi-year vision, like let's just say a 5, 6, or even a 3-year vision, obviously it's going to be greater than what it is now, most likely, like 99% chance. So it's not a bad buy to start a position. I could see the day traders and all that stuff kind of, it correct down to the 2% level. So you're at, 300% again, or $300, excuse me. So just keep that in mind if you buy it. But in short, if you're a long-term investor, is it a bad buy? No. Are there better return on investments? Probably. So take it with a grain of salt. Depends on how much risk you want. Would I buy again? Honestly, if it went to like 275, I would probably average cost up. However, it depends on what the market's doing and what other deals there are in my current portfolio. I have 16 stocks. So if I find one more attractive based on where the market is, I'm going to buy, obviously, a different one. So it's kind of why I don't talk about it. But if you want me to talk about it more or explain, or if one of these stocks interests you guys, let me know and I can make more videos about them. Next one is Google. They reported this morning before open. So my cost base on this, I actually bought, I believe I started really buying it in August or September of 2020. So my cost base is $1,446. Obviously it shot up. It actually went up a lot more today. I think it was at like the 7-8%, and then it had a little bit of a sell-off, but it closed today at 3% up. Earnings, again, amazing, blew everything away. The advertising revenue, I think that was the biggest thing that screamed at me. It went $2 billion over what analysts expected, which is $2 billion is so much money over what they anticipated. So that's just craziness. So it closed at 2,365. So I don't know what the percentage is on these, but like they're all really healthy. So obviously, but I mean, I was buying this one. It actually went down to like 1,300. And I was looking at it, I'm like, man, do I want to buy more of this? And I didn't. Obviously now I wish I did, because it's at this 9 months later. But you know, it is what it is. I'm happy with this position. I wish I built, well, I guess it's a good problem to have, because now if you ask me a year later, do you wish you built these guys out more or bought a little more as you were, you know, as the stocks were making moves? And obviously the answer is yes. That's a good problem to have. So yeah, so great earnings. You know, like I said, if you guys want me to dive into one or get into more detail about an earnings report, I'd be happy to do that. I just like making them short and sweet and kind of just looking over the numbers as like an overview from where I'm at, because I do make videos when I buy and sell. So I know a lot of you guys might not have time, or you're watching this at lunch or something like that, or dinner, or right before you go to bed. So just to make things simple, like I just want to showcase kind of what I bought at, where it's at now, and stuff like that. I think that's kind of cool. Last one is Shopify. I did make a couple videos this year on why I'm so bullish on it. It was the one I was actually looking at over the summer when it was like $700-800, and I just couldn't wrap my head around it much. I just didn't really understand the value and how big it could be at the time. But I finally started buying it when it was like $11.50, and then it went to like $11 or $10.50, and then I had my average cost base. I bought it twice. I did make videos when I bought both times. I actually recall, I think I doubled down. I did. So I bought it at $11.50, and then I went 100% doubled down on my position when it was at $10.50. So that put me right around here. So that's my cost base. This is semi-recent, a couple months ago, and it killed expectations. It was up 11% today. This closed at 1,292. So that's just insane. It's like this one actually blew me away. So Wall Street was really sleeping on this one. This one, kind of expected this, but this one really surprised the heck out of me. Is this a buy right now? Oh, I didn't actually answer the question. Is Google a buy? I'd probably hold off on that one for now. I think it's going to cool off and come back down. So I'd hold off on that one. That would be my third one if I had to rate these 1 through 3. Shopify, is this a buy? I'd say yeah. Like even with this good news and you know, it's on Wall Street's radar and stuff like that a little more now. But the all-time highs, I think, were around 1,500 for the stock. So it's still well under all-time highs, and their earnings report was insane. So this would be the one I'd buy of any of these three. And ironically, this was the one I said in a video I was so bullish on and when I was buying. And ironically, I'd still rather buy this one over these two right now. Just because, not even like just scratch my cost base out, and I'm just looking at these numbers. Which one am I buying starting with no position? I'm buying this one first, this one second, this one third. So it's kind of my opinion. It's really cool. I mean, I love all three of these companies. Obviously, I'm a shareholder of all three. These are really my big three social media, e-com guys. I do actually own Apple too, and I know they did report today, but I mean, it was kind of just expected. So yeah, so that's really all I got. If you guys like these videos or want me to dive into them a little deeper, obviously let me know below. Like, subscribe, really trying to get to 500 subs. So I know we're probably 90 or 100 away at this point, but if you hit if you hit the button down there, it's much appreciated and it's one step closer. So that's all I got. Till tomorrow, peace.